Ever wondered why the mere absence of light sends chills down your spine? This primal dread, embedded within us all, transcends cultures, geographical boundaries, and time. It is a relic of our earliest forebears. A survival warned us of hidden lurking within the night's obscurity. Over time, this fear became ingrained as a rudimentary warning system in our brains, equipping us to tackle potential threats. Nowadays, despite living in a secured and well-lit society, exists, if it may seem irrational. Yet this fear, which may seem unreasonable in today's brightly lit societies, once held a profoundly significant role in our survival. This seemingly irrational fear was once a key to our survival. Before we dive into the science, let's take a moment to appreciate the mystery that is darkness. Darkness has been a constant companion to humanity, a source of fascination and fear that has threaded itself throughout our history. It is more than just an absence of light. To us, it symbolizes the unknown, the mysterious, the unseen, and the unexplored. It represents all that is hidden from our sight, all that we fear, and all that we long to understand. It has sparked our imagination, fueled our creativity, and inspired countless stories, myths, and legends. As we step into the shadows, let's unravel this dark mystery together. What really transpires within our cerebral cortex when we're enveloped by the black void? Let's dive into the intricacies of this phenomenon. Our brains, specifically a region known as the amygdala, function as a safety mechanism. This area, integral in the architecture of fear, operates akin to an alert sentinel. Think about being in a room devoid of light. Our perception undergoes a transformation. The amygdala starts manufacturing signals of fear, bracing us for impending danger. This isn't a manifestation of paranoia. Rather, it's an instinctual reflex aimed at shielding us from potential hazards. Research has indicated that the activity of the amygdala escalates in pitch-black conditions, responding to conceived threats. It gears us up for the instinctive fight-or-flight response, akin to how we respond to other fears such as arachnophobia or acrophobia. Thus, our fear of the dark is a testament to the formidable capabilities of our brain. Hence, when you find yourself trembling in the dark, it's important to remember that it's merely your amygdala fulfilling its role. What happens in our brains when the lights go out? Let's dive into the science. A distinguished psychologist, Sigmund Freud, developed a theory that unravels this mystery. According to Freud, our fear doesn't stem from the darkness itself, but from the apprehension of the unknown. Darkness, by shrouding everything in an envelope of uncertainty, obscures our sight and introduces unpredictability into our surroundings. This lack of clarity and visibility triggers our primal instincts, putting us on high alert for potential threats lurking in the shadows. In other words, it's not the absence of light that we are afraid of, but rather the potential danger that it could be concealing. Our minds further amplify this fear, fabricating terrifying scenarios that fuel our imagination. In this context, darkness acts as a mirror, reflecting our inner fears, and the blackness of night unfolds like a canvas, allowing our deepest and often unfounded fears to come to the fore. So when you're scared in the dark, remember it's just your brain trying to protect. Confronting and overcoming the fear of the dark may seem daunting, but there are effective strategies at your disposal. One such strategy is cognitive behavioral therapy, also known as CBT. This method works by altering thought patterns and transforming fear into understanding. Another method to tackle the fear of darkness is exposure therapy. This process involves gradual exposure to the source of your fear, in this case darkness, advancing a little further into it each time. Relaxation exercises are also a highly useful tool in calming your mind and body, making the fear more manageable. If at any point your fear seems unmanageable, reaching out for professional help is always a viable and recommended option. Experts in the field of fear management are there to guide you along your journey. Ultimately, it's important to remember that feeling is normal. However, don't allow the fear of the dark to obscure your view of the stars. Ever wondered why shadows seem to dance and monsters lurk in the dark corners of your room? We've delved into the roots of our fear, explored its neurological underpinnings, and untangled its psychological ramifications. We've highlighted coping strategies for this prevalent dread of darkness, a primal survival mechanism ingrained within us. In the dark, our imagination, a picture of our deepest fears.